the first female rapper to ever sell 1 million records. I'm out the closet, living out loud with my baby.
Everything truly began to shift when LisaRaye McCoy opened up about a pain that no parent ever wants to face. Her daughter, Camry, had decided to move far away. To some, this might seem like a normal part of life young adults move out, chase dreams, build their lives. But for LisaRaye, it hit much harder. This wasn't just a mother and daughter parting ways. It felt like a piece of her soul was being pulled away. LisaRaye and Kai shared a bond that went deeper than most. She gave birth to Kai when she was just 23 years old, and ever since, they had grown through life together more like best friends, even sisters, than just mother and daughter. They were each other's biggest supporters. So, when Kai decided it was time to leave and build something for herself in a new city, LisaRaye didn't just feel sad, she felt abandoned. In an emotional interview, she revealed that the move left her feeling unwanted, almost as if Kai didn't need her anymore. But deep down, LisaRaye admitted something many parents struggle with: the difficulty of letting go. As a single mother, she had poured every ounce of love, energy, and time into raising Kai. Watching her walk away, even for good reasons, felt like losing a part of her own identity. Before this turning point, their relationship had always seemed strong from the outside. While many celebrities proudly displayed their children on social media, LisaRaye had chosen to protect Kai from the spotlight. She rarely posted pictures or shared personal moments, wanting to keep her daughter safe from public judgment. But there were glimpses like Kai's 21st birthday, when LisaRaye threw a glamorous celebration and gushed about how proud she was. When Kai entered the modeling world, representing plus-sized women and advocating for body positivity, LisaRaye was her biggest cheerleader. She showed up at her daughter's photo shoots, clapped loudly from behind the scenes, and gave support. At every step, people saw love. They saw connection. And for the most part, that was real. But what the public didn't witness were the hard days, the sleepless nights filled with quiet tears, the long conversations, and the battles fought behind closed doors. Slowly, signs of trouble started to show. Kai began feeling exhausted all the time. She'd come home, collapse into bed, barely eat, and avoid conversation. LisaRaye chalked it up to stress or overwork at first. They had both dealt with hurtful public comments before, and Kai had always been strong, but this time felt different. Soon, the symptoms worsened. Kai developed constant headaches that hit without warning. Her weight began to fluctuate for no clear reason. Even after full nights of rest, she still felt drained. Her hands started trembling. Her vision would blur. Her skin looked pale and worn. She began missing important work events, and some days, she couldn't even get out of bed. LisaRaye's instincts kicked in. She knew something was seriously wrong. She encouraged Kai to see doctors. They visited multiple hospitals, tried different medications, and consulted with specialists. But answers didn't come easily. Doctors shrugged. Some said it was stress. Others suggested more tests. While they waited, Kai's condition declined. Her smile faded. Her laugh became rare. The light in her eyes dimmed. Then came the day that changed everything. LisaRaye was in the kitchen when she heard a loud thump. She rushed into the next room and found her daughter collapsed on the floor, unresponsive. Her skin was cold, her face pale. Panic overtook her. She cradled Kai in her arms, raced to the hospital, praying every moment. This time, the doctors took it seriously. Multiple tests were done. Days turned into weeks. Finally, a diagnosis came: Kai was suffering from a rare autoimmune disease. There was no cure. It wasn't—
I looked at them numbers. I done compared them numbers. And guess what? You should be thanking him. I don't want no apology. I don't want none of that. I want you to see my child, and I just want you to say thank you. Because the numbers, you can't tell me he only made you money off of one. She say he only made money off of one video when he was pouring out the drops. No, If my child wasn't making no money, you would have tore up that contract before I started asking you to tear up that contract. My child making something. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I may play it when I'm next to you, but I'm far from dumb, sis. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. No. You dumb for thinking I was still going to be in that contract with you. You's dumb. Because that contract is done. It's done. I won't promote your stuff if my life depended on it. It's done.
Something that could be fixed with a pill or a simple treatment. The best they could do was manage the symptoms. LisaRaye's world came to a sudden stop. One day, she was juggling projects and public appearances, and the next, nothing else mattered. She stepped away from her career, canceled commitments, and devoted every second to her daughter. No longer the actress everyone saw on magazine covers or TV screens, she became one thing, a full-time caregiver. She slept in hospital chairs, asked countless questions, learned about medications and treatments, and stood by Kai's side every hour every day. People in the media began to notice her absence. "Where is LisaRaye?" some asked, but she didn't care. Nothing else mattered except Kai. Eventually, after months of silence, LisaRaye went live on Instagram. She looked tired, makeup-free, and emotionally raw. She opened up about what was happening not for sympathy, but because her heart needed to speak. She described the pain of watching her daughter suffer, the sleepless nights, the constant fear. She shared what it felt like to stay strong when your child is breaking down in front of you. The response was overwhelming. People from all walks of life messaged her, offering love, prayers, and personal stories of similar battles. For the first time in a long while, LisaRaye felt less alone. She started speaking more openly, not as a celebrity, but as a mom. As someone grieving, fighting, and holding on to hope, she used her platform to raise awareness about rare illnesses, especially the kinds you can't see on the outside. She talked about the courage it takes just to get through the day. While the world listened, the real struggle still continued quietly at home. As Kai's condition fluctuated, her conversations with her mom grew deeper. They talked about life, about regrets, dreams, fears, and memories. There were still soft moments of laughter, even in the midst of all the pain. One day, something profound happened. LisaRaye was sitting beside Kai's bed, gently holding her hand, when Kai turned to her and said, "Mom, I want you to forgive." She wasn't just speaking about the illness. She was talking about healing, the kind that starts inside. Kai didn't want her story to be one of just suffering. She wanted peace, not just for herself, but for her mother too. She asked LisaRaye to let go of past hurts, to release the weight of old grudges, and to find freedom in forgiveness. She knew her mom had been strong for so long, always protecting, always defending. But that strength sometimes came with walls and pain from years gone by, including public conflicts like the one with her sister, Brat. In that moment, LisaRaye realized something powerful. Her daughter, physically weak and in pain, was showing her how to be emotionally strong. Kai was teaching her mother how to let go. From that day, something changed inside LisaRaye.
Okay.
Her voice.
She proposed to me. It's this huge surprise birthday party. And she planned it for like 8 months.
You have the 20 carat. You have the 4 carat, which is very classic, and then you have a 9 carat. They all for you.
I swear I'm going
Softened. She started reconnecting with people she had distanced herself from. She apologized where needed, forgave where she could, and slowly began forgiving herself too. She continued caring for Kai, but now she was also learning to live again, not by controlling everything but by accepting, breathing, and finding moments of peace in the middle of chaos. Some days were better than others. Kai had moments of energy, of laughter, of being her vibrant self. Other days, she was quiet, still, and hurting. But through every season, LisaRaye stayed close, watching, praying, comforting. She began to find strength not by fighting every battle, but by simply being present. A morning walk, a warm coffee, the feel of sunlight. These small things became her medicine. Kai, whenever she felt strong enough, continued modeling. But now, her photos told a different story, not just about beauty, but about resilience. Her presence in front of the camera now carried a deeper message, that even in pain, you can stand tall, that vulnerability is not weakness, and that being real is powerful. Behind every picture was her mother holding her bag, steadying the light, quietly supporting. Their story, once hidden from the public eye, became something bigger, a reminder that real love shows up when life gets hardest. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is very clear. LisaRaye and Kai have shown the world what unconditional love looks like. Not perfect, not easy, but honest, raw, and fiercely devoted. They've taught us that sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is not fight but forgive, not hold on but let go, and most of all, to keep loving, even when It hurts. The story of LisaRaye McCoy and her daughter Kai is one of deep love, heartbreak, and healing. It's not just about illness, it's about growth, forgiveness, and transformation. It begins with a pain no parent ever wants to face: watching their child suffer and feeling powerless to help. LisaRaye and her daughter Kai shared an unbreakable bond. Lisa gave birth to Kai when she was just 23 years old, and from that moment, they were more than just mother and daughter, they were like best friends. They shared everything, leaned on each other, and became a team that faced life side by side. Because of this closeness, when Kai decided to move away, it felt like a deep loss to Lisa. While it might seem like a normal step in a young person's life, for Lisa, it was heartbreaking. It felt like being left behind, like losing a part of herself. During an emotional appearance on a talk show, Lisa revealed the depth of her sadness. She confessed to feeling abandoned, as if her daughter no longer needed her. But at the same time, she admitted something important: her own fear